Hey guys, so just got back from Dollar General. I They ran out of bags again, so they put everything in a garbage bag. I also saw these and I was gonna buy them a long time ago because I wanted to retry them, kind of like I did the Heath bar. It's kind of like a Heath bar, it's score, and it's kind of the same thing. It's chocolate toffee, but yeah, I remember having these or my mom having these and stuff like that, and so gonna see if they're as good as I remember. I uh I had to go there and get some more like toilet paper and stuff, so I saw it and picked it up. Oh my god. Yeah. Wow. That's way better than I remember. Hmm. Oh my god. That was good. Yep, that is solid. Hmm. The toffee though, really good flavor. You can kind of see the little pattern on it. And then that's got like a little cross hatching. Hmm. That's really good. Yeah, I haven't had these in a long time. Hershey. Let's see what it has. Boy. Serving size one bar. Trying to see the ingredients in this thing. Let's see. Milk chocolate, sugar, cacao, and milk. Okay. Dairy butter, almonds contains 2% or less of sweetened condensed milk, milk, sugar, salt, chocolate, sunflower oil. Crisp butter toffee. They are indeed correct. That is nice and crisp. And unlike with Heath bars or, other toffee, it doesn't really get stuck in your teeth. Normally you have toffee and you're like scraping it off your teeth. But really nothing there for the most part. Like you feel some of it, but it's not like when you close your mouth, it gets like stuck to each other and you gotta bite apart. Not like that here. That is what? Delicious chilled. Next time. Next, what do they mean chilled though? In the refrigerator or the freezer? Because it's like with Pop Tarts, they've made them to where you can put them in the freezer. So are we talking about just cold or are we talking about frozen? Because I think if it was frozen, it really wouldn't change since the inside and outside it's pretty much already like it was frozen. So I'm assuming they just mean in the refrigerator. But that was really good. Glad I picked that up. Um, so I was taking care of June today, and she tried getting back in the bed like 3 fucking times. She was like, "I'm very cold. Is there something a jacket that I could put on?" And it's like blazing hot in the fucking house. And she's talking about how freezing it is. It's like 70 degrees out. It's hot in the house. There's no fans on because like you turn on the fan, like all the lights turn on. So I just pretty much sat there with the door open, the door I was filming by in the little hobbit hole section. I just kind of sat there with the door all propped open because it's just way too fucking hot. Like for the next week, it's gonna be 80, like 80 degrees again. I'm just tired of this. But he was like, "Is there a jacket I could have put on or something? I'm very cold. It's freezing in here." I'm like, "No." I get her a blanket and I give it to her, to wrap around herself, and she just keeps putting it back on the bed and like, and then she keeps asking for food. It's like her for her lunch. She has her lunch, and a few minutes later, she's like, "Is there something I can snack on?" I'm like, "June, you just had your lunch." She's like, "Oh no, I was asking for later." I'm like, "June, we're gonna feed you. Don't worry." Uh, and then like when you give her water, I had to write a note saying take sips because she's not supposed to just gulp it because then she's like, "Can I have water? I need a glass of water." We tell her to sip it, but then she's like, "Gah, gah, 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 gah. It's all gone. I don't have any more." So I had to write a note saying, take small sips of water. And then put it up near her water so that every time she takes a sip or goes for it's right there. So, but, and then there was a lizard in the house. One of the cats, Marilyn. Marilyn brought it. I thought she was smacking a leaf around. I'm in the kitchen and I look down. I'm like, I go over, there's just a little tiny lizard like this big, and it looked like it was shedding, you know. So I kind of took like a styrofoam plate and a little styrofoam bowl, and so I could. But then I just ended up scooping it up on the plate, and it just was like. So I mean, it was sweet. And then I put it outside. But yeah, I didn't like. I was like sneezing all fucking day today. But I was sitting there, I was watching Lord of the Rings, like they was I forget what channel it was, but when I got there they were showing the Two Towers, and then Turn of the King came on, and then that's basically when I had to leave. Return of the King, it just started. It's like, okay, time to go, because Two Towers is like 3 hours, 4 hours long, and I was only there for like 4 hours. So, but it was so boring. There was nothing else on TV. I'm like, okay, I'll just watch Lord of the Rings, even though I've seen it like 50 million times, and it isn't the extended edition, and there's fucking commercials. I'll just watch this. So, uh, but yeah, it was freaking hot. And then I'm going down there. There's like this powwow thing going on, to wrap up like this 10 days of Uari. I thought it said it was a festival for 10 days, but this is the most festive it's been in the 10 days. And I'm like, this is how I was expecting it for the last 10 days. Why wasn't it like this all the time? But they've got like vintage cars out there and right now, or probably leaving now. But it was looking good earlier. There's like old vintage cars, and there was when I was going by to Dollar General, there was like a band playing. It didn't sound live though. The quality of the mic and the sound was just too good. Like they were just lip syncing to it. But I'm walking by, and like the stage is on like this giant big rig truck, and I'm like, this is the most fucking North Carolina thing I've ever seen. I've seen a lot of North Carolina things. People driving down the street on um lawnmowers and tractors, and seen a dude who fucked his sister. Yes. My first time here, me and my friend, we were at Walmart, and she before that she was like, "Oh yeah, there was this guy who I went to school with who, people were saying he fucked his sister, and they had, all that, had a baby together." And we went to Walmart, and we saw the guy. It's like, "Hey, you know that guy I told you about who fucked his sister? That's him." And like, I mean, nothing against people with Down syndrome, but he had Down syndrome, and like he was like in the liquor aisle, and he was with a friend, and I'm like, should he really be buying liquor? But so I've seen people who fuck their sisters. I've seen people riding down the street on, lawnmowers and tractors. I've seen, I've experienced some good old Southern racism by being called a Jew nigger. I mean, that's quoting what they said. I'm not. So anyone wants to get hissy pissy, I'm just saying what they called me. They called me a Jew nigger. So I'm like, what? How did those words even fit together? But of course, they talk like this, and usually that's the voice people use when making fun of people in the South, and that's what they sounded like. They were like these couple of bald rednecks, and then they drove away. They drove away after because, you know, I think what was it? It started because I was working in not Dollar General, Burger King, and I was outside sweeping the parking lot, and they said something about my hair, how it was really nice and long, and because they were both fucking bald. And I said, "Oh yeah, thanks." Because of the whole my Italian and stuff like that, and then curly. My mom's Jewish, so I it got some of the, like, if you get down, and that's when they start to freak out and they closed their windows and started yelling for the cops, and that's when they called me a Jew nigger, and they drove off. He was like, "Turn around, let me see your face, boy." So then I went into Maurice, who the manager was. He was a black guy, and I said, "Hey, Maurice, if anyone comes around looking for me, giving a very vague description about what I look like, please don't tell me. Don't tell them where I am." He's like, "Why?" It's like, "Because just don't do it." He's like, "Why would I do that anyway?" I'm like, "Well, because I was outside and two very lovely racists just called me a Jew nigger." He's like, "What?" And of course, I started laughing. He started laughing because the thing was just absurd. But, yeah. So, I've seen a lot of typical Southern things, what you would think of when you think of the South. Song of the South. Ah, that song of racism and the moaning of one sister. John, you're terrible. I know. I know. I know. Since I'm not actually from the South, I have no problem making fun of it. I'm from the North. I'm one of them damn Yanks. No, I don't like anywhere, really. Up north is lame. The South is lame. I've lived in California. California is fucking lame. I want to live. Let's see, where would I want to be? I want to be where the people aren't. Yeah, thought I was gonna sing it, huh? Uh, no. If I could just have my own planet and just live there, like a god of destruction, just he gets his own planet, or a Kai, they get their own planet. If I could have a small planet like King Kai, just a small little road that goes around the planet, a couple of trees, a nice little house, I'm set. As long as I've got fucking cable, Wi-Fi, whatever, I'm set. I mean, be kind of hard to get cable Wi-Fi, but this is in a realm where anything's possible, really. So, spiritual Wi-Fi or something. Use the souls of the dead. I don't know, but I would love to live anywhere else apart from planet Earth. But just away from people. I'm so tired of people. This is why aliens don't come visit us. We're stupid. They're probably passing by. It's like, why do those people love shoving things up their asses so much? I don't know, but they don't seem very intelligent. Here we have people and creatures that have mastered space travel, and we're here with, not knowing basic biology, and people being sent to the hospital at all times of the day because they decided to insert random objects up their fucking asses. Can't imagine why aliens don't want to visit us. But yeah, I guess there's a question. If you could live anywhere else, where would it be? Obviously, for me, sarcastically, it was my own little planet. But so, if you could live anywhere else on this planet, where would it be? Um, but that's gonna do it for me. Moral of the story: Dollar General, get your shit together. But yeah, I'm done here. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.